God says, "A powerful billionaire wants you and only you." When you hear the reason, you'll be shocked. So listen to God now before it's too late. Don't skip. Do not move away from this word, because what I am about to reveal carries a blessing that can shift your future in ways you never imagined. And if you ignore it, you may walk past a door that was opened only for you by my own hand. I am telling you clearly that a powerful billionaire wants you and only you, and the reason is not what your mind first assumes, but something deeper that touches destiny and divine favor. This is not about ordinary wealth or human attention, but about how I use influence, power, and unexpected connections to elevate the one I have chosen. Comment 1111 to affirm this word. When I say that a powerful billionaire wants you and only you, I am revealing that I have placed your name in rooms you have never entered and in conversations you have never heard, because I am orchestrating opportunities that cannot be explained by luck or coincidence. The reason you will be shocked is because you thought you were unnoticed, overlooked, and small, yet I have been lifting you quietly while you were praying in secret and crying in private. This billionaire represents influence, access, and resources that I can channel toward your life to establish my purpose through you in ways that glorify my name. Listen carefully now, before it is too late, because hesitation and doubt can cause you to miss the courage needed to step into what I am arranging. I am not speaking about shallow desire or worldly attraction, but about assignment and alignment, because I can touch the heart of anyone, regardless of their status, and turn their attention toward the one I have marked with favor. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, because I have placed a light inside you that draws those with authority to recognize something different, something trustworthy, something blessed. Do not reduce this to material fantasy, because the real reason is that I am positioning you as a vessel through which generosity, restoration, and transformation can flow. Take a moment to like this video as a sign that you receive what I am declaring over your life and that you are ready to walk boldly into what I am preparing. You will be shocked when you hear the reason, because it is rooted in my divine strategy rather than human ambition, and it will reveal how carefully I have guarded you through disappointments and delays. Every closed door you faced was not rejection but protection, because I was shaping your character so that when influence finally turned toward you, you would stand steady and humble rather than overwhelmed and distracted. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you because I trust your heart more than you trust yourself, and I have seen your integrity when no one else was watching. I do not raise someone up simply to display wealth, but to display my goodness, my mercy, and my power through their obedience. Listen to me now before it is too late, because fear will whisper that you are not ready, and insecurity will try to convince you that this word is not meant for you. I am telling you directly that you are chosen, protected, and divinely positioned for something that exceeds your past limitations. The shock you will feel is not from the size of the wealth, but from the realization that I have been guiding events long before you understood what was happening. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you because I have woven your story into a greater plan that involves blessing others through your elevation. I see the nights when you wondered whether your faith was pointless and whether your prayers were reaching my throne. And I tell you now that every tear was collected and every whisper was heard. I have never abandoned you, even when silence surrounded you and answers seemed distant. This connection that I am forming is proof that I can move powerful people toward you without you chasing them or begging for attention. Comment Amen to declare your trust in my plan. Understand that when I place you in the sight of someone with vast resources, it is not to corrupt you, but to confirm that I can entrust you with greater responsibility. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you because your compassion and resilience reflect my heart. and I desire to amplify that goodness through channels you never expected. You will be shocked because you assumed your struggles disqualified you, yet I was using those very struggles to refine your wisdom and deepen your humility. Listen to God now before it is too late, because timing matters and obedience unlocks what has already been prepared. I am strengthening you even now, so that when doors open suddenly, you will not shrink back, but will step forward with calm assurance that I am the one guiding your path. The reason behind this attention is divine purpose, and it is connected to lives that will be lifted through your faithfulness and generosity. You must understand that influence responds to purpose, and I have placed purpose inside you that even you have not fully recognized. What is happening is not random attraction but spiritual positioning, and it is moving according to my timing rather than your impatience. The shock that I spoke about will not come from flashy displays or dramatic announcements, but from the quiet realization that I have been weaving your name into conversations where decisions are made. While you were focused on surviving each day, I was building credibility for you in places you have never stepped into physically. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, because I have stirred something in their heart that resonates with the character I formed within you through trials. You may think your hardships were pointless, yet they were shaping a steadiness that can handle unexpected elevation without losing humility. Why was this 7-second brain ritual hidden for so long? A leaked CIA document exposed a technique so powerful people are canceling debt and calling in wealth within days. Validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it helps attract money like never before. But this page may not stay online for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it disappears forever. I am reminding you that wealth and influence are tools in my hands, and I can direct them toward whoever I choose without asking permission from circumstances. This is why you must listen carefully and guard your heart from doubt, because doubt can make you shrink when I am calling you to expand. The reason I warned you not to skip is because this moment requires attention and spiritual awareness, not distraction and fear. Comment 1010 to declare that you trust my timing. You have asked me silently why certain opportunities seem to pass you by, and I tell you now that I was preventing premature exposure that could have overwhelmed you. I needed you to grow roots before I allowed you to bear fruit in visible ways. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you because your roots are deep enough to hold steady when strong winds of change begin to blow. I have been preparing you for visibility while teaching you to remain grounded in faith rather than ego. There will be a moment when confirmation arrives, and you will feel both excitement and disbelief rising together within your chest. In that instant, I want you to remember that I spoke first, and that nothing about this is accidental. I move hearts like rivers, and I can turn the attention of someone powerful toward the one I have chosen to lift. This connection is not about dependence on human wealth, but about the expansion of influence that will allow my goodness to flow through your life more freely. I know that part of you feels unqualified, and another part feels cautious, because you have seen how power can corrupt and distort intentions. That is why I have been purifying your motives in secret seasons, removing pride, resentment, and hidden insecurity from your spirit. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you because I have seen that you will not worship wealth when it appears within reach. You will remain anchored in me, and that is why I can trust you with greater responsibility. You must also understand that when I connect you with someone of influence, it is often because I intend to bless more than just you. There are people waiting on the other side of your obedience whose lives will change because you said yes to what I am orchestrating. Your faithfulness will ripple outward in ways that cannot be measured by numbers or accounts. Comment 777 to declare your faith. I am strengthening your mind so that intimidation will not silence you when you stand in places you once thought were beyond your reach. The reason you will be shocked is because you assumed your story was too ordinary to capture the attention of someone extraordinary. Yet I see differently than the world sees, and I value the quiet resilience you have shown when no applause surrounded you. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you because your authenticity stands out in a world filled with pretense and manipulation. Do not let anxiety convince you that you must suddenly change who you are in order to fit into new environments. I formed your personality with intention, and your uniqueness is part of why doors are opening. I do not elevate you so that you can imitate others, but so that you can reveal my character through your own distinct voice and actions. Listen to me now and allow confidence rooted in my presence to rise within you. There will be tests of humility along this path, because growth always reveals areas that still need refinement. I will walk beside you through each adjustment, correcting gently and guiding patiently so that you do not stumble into pride or fear. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, yet even that desire operates under my authority and direction. Nothing moves outside my awareness, and nothing will touch you without passing through my protection first. You have often wondered whether your prayers for breakthrough were heard, and I assure you that they were not only heard but answered in layers you could not immediately see. Some answers arrive quietly before they appear publicly, and this is one of those moments. I have been aligning schedules, softening hearts, and opening pathways that intersect precisely with your life. When revelation comes fully into view, it will feel sudden to you, even though I have been preparing it for a long time. Guard your spirit from comparison during this season, because comparison steals joy and distorts perspective. What I am doing with you is specific to your calling, and it cannot be replicated by anyone else. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, because the assignment attached to your name cannot be fulfilled by another. I do not choose randomly, and I do not overlook those who remain faithful in hidden places. You are not stepping into this alone, and you are not expected to navigate unfamiliar territory without guidance. I will whisper direction when decisions arise, and I will close doors that are not aligned with my will, even if they appear attractive on the surface. Trust that I am more invested in your safety and growth than any human connection could ever be. What I am building is not fragile, because it rests on my sovereignty rather than shifting emotions. As you continue forward, keep your heart soft and your gratitude strong, because gratitude protects you from entitlement and keeps you aware of my hand. I am not merely giving you access to someone wealthy, but inviting you into a wider field of impact that will stretch your faith. There are movements happening quietly, decisions being reconsidered, and impressions forming in places where your name has surfaced with unusual weight. This is not coincidence or luck, but divine orchestration shaped by my will and timed according to my wisdom. Can 7 seconds really change your bank account? A CIA-funded study just leaked, revealing a brain ritual that flips lives from broke to blessed. 4 neuroscience labs confirm it activates powerful wealth brainwaves. People are stepping into dream homes and luxury lifestyles. But this breakthrough won't stay online for very long. Click the link in the comments before it's deleted. You must not reduce this to a simple idea of admiration or partnership, because the core of this alignment is purpose rather than preference. I have allowed your story, your resilience, and your integrity to travel beyond physical boundaries and touch hearts you have never encountered. The powerful billionaire wants you, and only you, because something about your spirit carries authenticity that cannot be manufactured or purchased. I have cultivated that authenticity through trials, disappointments, and long seasons of quiet endurance where no applause existed. There is a reason I did not allow rapid success earlier in your journey, and that reason is maturity. Rapid elevation without deep character often leads to instability, and I will never place you where your soul is not strong enough to remain grounded. Now you are standing at a threshold where inner growth matches outer opportunity, and that is why attention is turning toward you. Comment 1212 to declare that you are ready for what I am preparing. Do not fear the scale of what is coming, because I will expand your capacity as I expand your influence. You may look at your past and see mistakes, insecurities, or unfinished goals, but I look at your future and see potential refined by experience. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you because your journey has shaped a perspective that wealth alone cannot teach. You understand gratitude in a way that those born into abundance sometimes struggle to grasp, and that understanding is valuable in my kingdom. There will be moments when you question whether this alignment is too extraordinary to be real, yet I want you to remember that I specialize in doing what appears improbable. I can stir hearts, adjust paths, and connect lives across distances that seem impossible from a human viewpoint. When the realization settles within you, do not allow disbelief to overshadow faith, because faith is the bridge that carries you into fulfillment. The reason you will be shocked is because the unfolding will feel both sudden and deeply personal at the same time. I am also preparing you emotionally, because visibility can expose areas of vulnerability if they are not strengthened beforehand. I have been teaching you to find security in my presence rather than in approval from others, so that when influential eyes rest on you, you remain centered and calm. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, yet your identity does not come from their desire, but from my calling over your life. I am the foundation beneath every opportunity, and I will not allow you to be shaken if you keep your focus on me. There are people around you who may not understand what is happening, and some may even react with confusion or subtle resistance. This is why you must remain anchored in discernment rather than seeking validation from everyone. Not every opinion deserves your energy, and not every voice carries wisdom for your future. I am guiding you into circles where your value is recognized without you needing to perform or prove yourself constantly. When doors open, walk through them with humility, remembering that elevation is not a reward for perfection but a response to obedience. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you because obedience has marked your life even when it was inconvenient or costly. I have watched you choose integrity over shortcuts and kindness over bitterness, and those choices have built credibility that money cannot fabricate. This alignment is a reflection of my favor, not a measure of your self-worth. You may wonder how this connection will practically unfold, yet I want you to trust that details will arrange themselves as you continue listening closely to my direction. I will place the right words in your mouth at the right time, and I will grant you wisdom beyond your experience. Comment 555 to declare that you believe I am guiding every detail. Remember that wealth in itself is neutral, and it becomes either destructive or transformative depending on the heart that handles it. I am not leading you into temptation but into stewardship, because I intend to use this connection to expand generosity and restore hope to others. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you because your heart has been softened by compassion rather than hardened by resentment. You know what it feels like to struggle, and that empathy will shape how you handle new influence. Guard your humility carefully, because humility is the shield that protects you from spiritual drift. As you rise into new spaces, continue seeking my presence daily, allowing gratitude to keep your spirit balanced. I will remind you gently if pride attempts to slip in, and I will correct you in love rather than condemnation. What I am building in your life is not fragile success but lasting impact rooted in righteousness. I am also strengthening your courage, because stepping into unfamiliar environments requires boldness anchored in trust. Do not let intimidation silence your voice or cause you to shrink back into old patterns of self-doubt. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you because your voice carries clarity that cuts through confusion and speaks with sincerity. I have placed wisdom inside you that will surface when needed, and you will realize that you were more prepared than you thought. You have walked through seasons where you felt unseen and underestimated, yet those very seasons became the training ground for the moment now approaching. Nothing you endured was wasted, and nothing you learned in obscurity will be useless in visibility. The shift that is coming will feel different from past changes because this one carries weight and permanence rather than temporary excitement. I am not bringing you into a passing connection, but into alignment that carries long-term influence and responsibility. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you because I have shaped your inner life to handle outer expansion without losing your center. You have learned to depend on me when resources were limited, and that dependence will remain your strength when resources increase. Could this 7-second CIA brainwave trick be your fastest path to luxury? Leaked research reveals a simple ritual helping people attract wealth effortlessly. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, debt is dissolving and abundance is showing up fast. If you're seeing this now, you are God's chosen one. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. I know you have wondered whether your background disqualifies you from standing among those with vast influence. Yet I tell you clearly that your background is part of the reason you are being noticed. It shaped empathy in you, and empathy is a rare treasure in environments often driven by ambition alone. I can use your lived experience to bring balance where imbalance once ruled. Comment 999 to declare that you receive this elevation with humility. You must prepare your heart for conversations that stretch your thinking and expose you to ideas you have never considered before. Do not let unfamiliar language or settings intimidate you, because I will give you discernment that goes beyond surface impressions. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you because there is wisdom in you that does not depend on degrees or titles. I have taught you through life itself, through prayer, through silence, and through moments of deep reflection that refined your perspective. There will be an inner tension as this unfolds, because part of you will feel excitement while another part will fear change. That tension is natural, yet it must not control you. I am calling you to trust that I do not open doors only to abandon you halfway through them. When you step into new rooms, I will already be there ahead of you, arranging peace and clarity in ways you cannot see immediately. The reason you will be shocked is because you never expected your obedience in small matters to attract attention in large arenas. You thought your quiet acts of faith were too insignificant to matter, yet I have been amplifying them beyond your awareness. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you because your consistency proved that you are trustworthy with influence. Trustworthiness is rare and valuable, and I honor it openly when the time is right. As this connection grows clearer, guard your thoughts carefully so that suspicion does not distort what I am doing. Not every blessing hides a trap, and not every opportunity conceals harm. I am your protector, and I will not lead you into danger disguised as favor. Remain prayerful, remain attentive, and allow my peace to confirm what is from me. I am also reminding you that elevation does not erase responsibility but increases it. Influence magnifies both strengths and weaknesses, which is why I have been working on your character so diligently. Continue allowing me to shape your reactions, your words, and your intentions so that when pressure rises, grace rises with it. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, because grace rests on you in a way that steadies tense situations and calms restless atmospheres. There may be moments when you feel the weight of expectation, Yet do not interpret that weight as burden alone. It is also honor, and it reflects the value I have placed on your life. I would not allow your name to surface in powerful spaces if I did not intend to sustain you there. Comment 1515 to declare that you trust my protection over your future. Remember that I am the source behind every resource, and no human connection can replace my presence in your life. Keep your devotions steady and your gratitude alive, because gratitude anchors your spirit when circumstances expand rapidly. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, yet even that desire is subject to my authority and guidance. I can adjust direction at any time to preserve your well-being and align events with my perfect will. You are entering a season where confidence must grow without arrogance and boldness must rise without aggression. Speak with calm assurance, knowing that your worth does not depend on approval from influential voices. I have already affirmed you, and that affirmation is stronger than any title or partnership. As you move forward, allow humility to walk beside ambition so that balance remains intact. The unfolding of this promise will not only change external circumstances, but also deepen your understanding of how intimately I am involved in your story. You will see clearly that I was arranging connections long before you perceived the need for them. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, because I designed your path to intersect with theirs at this precise moment in history. This is alignment, not accident, and it carries purpose that reaches beyond personal gain. This is a crossing from limitation into expansion. And I have been preparing you quietly so that expansion does not overwhelm your heart. Every lesson you learned in hidden seasons is about to prove its value in open spaces. You must understand that desire from someone powerful is not random when my hand is involved, because I am able to direct attention with precision and intention. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, because I have allowed your name to rise with credibility in circles you have never entered physically. Influence recognizes authenticity even when authenticity has not been loudly advertised, and your quiet integrity has traveled farther than you realize. I have allowed conversations to form around your character, and respect has been building in silence long before you sensed it. As this alignment draws closer to manifestation, I want you to remain free from the need to impress. You do not need to exaggerate your strengths or conceal your humanity, because I am not elevating a performance, but a person I have shaped personally. The reason you will be shocked is because you assumed that extraordinary connections required extraordinary displays. Yet I am proving that simplicity grounded in faith carries uncommon power. Comment 1717 to declare that you stand ready in humility. What's really behind the 7-second brain trick exploding online? A leaked CIA ritual is turning heads and bank balances. Backed by neuroscience labs, this at-home method removes money blocks and unlocks unstoppable wealth flow. But the page could vanish anytime. Click the link in the first comment before it's permanently deleted. You may soon notice subtle confirmations that something is shifting, perhaps through unexpected invitations, introductions, or acknowledgements that feel different from anything before. Do not dismiss those signs as coincidence, because I often begin with quiet indicators before visible breakthroughs. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, and as that reality unfolds, clarity will replace doubt. I am aligning schedules, synchronizing timing, and clearing obstacles that once blocked pathways you did not even know existed. Remain mindful that elevation is not escape from responsibility but expansion of stewardship. I am not drawing you toward wealth for indulgence but for impact, because resources in righteous hands can heal communities and restore hope. I have watched how you handled small responsibilities with care, and that is why I can entrust you with larger ones. Your faithfulness in limited seasons has positioned you for trust in expanded seasons. There will be moments when fear whispers that you might fail under the weight of expectation, yet I remind you that I do not set you up for humiliation. I strengthen before I promote, and I refine before I reveal. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you because your spirit has been strengthened through endurance rather than inflated by pride. That strength will carry you through conversations and decisions that require both wisdom and calm confidence. You are stepping into a space where discernment becomes essential, because not every voice around influence carries pure intention. I will sharpen your awareness so that you sense what aligns with my heart and what does not. Do not rush decisions in excitement, but allow peace to guide your steps as confirmation that I am directing you. My protection surrounds you, and I will not allow you to be misled when you remain attentive to my voice. I also want you to release the belief that you must fully understand every detail before moving forward. Sometimes I reveal direction before I reveal explanation, because trust grows strongest when it is exercised beyond visible evidence. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, and even that desire functions within my larger design. You are not being carried by human favor alone, but by divine orchestration that safeguards your path. Continue nurturing gratitude within your heart, because gratitude stabilizes perspective when environments change rapidly. When you walk into new settings, carry the same humility that marked your earlier days. Remember where you came from, remember who sustained you, and remember that I remain the source behind every opportunity. Comment 1919 to declare that you remain anchored in faith. The unfolding of this connection will challenge some of your old narratives about yourself. You once believed that your limitations defined your future, yet I am rewriting that narrative through tangible alignment. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, because I have embedded resilience in your character that cannot be bought or imitated. Resilience forged through difficulty becomes valuable in spaces where pressure is constant. Do not allow envy from others to distract you from gratitude, because not everyone will understand why doors are opening for you. Some may interpret your elevation through lenses of comparison rather than calling. Remain gentle in response and firm in identity, knowing that I am the one who lifts and establishes. I do not require approval from the crowd to validate what I am doing in your life. As you continue forward, let your prayer life deepen rather than diminish. Influence without intimacy with me leads to imbalance, and I desire your closeness more than your success. Keep returning to my presence daily, allowing my voice to recalibrate your motives and refresh your strength. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, yet your greatest security will always be found in me rather than in any human alliance. What is unfolding now is evidence that I move beyond visible boundaries and reshape realities according to my purpose. I have not forgotten your sacrifices, your patience, or your quiet acts of obedience. This is the intersection of endurance and reward, humility and recognition, quiet faith and visible confirmation. I have been shaping your perspective so that when this convergence becomes undeniable, you will stand firm rather than shrink back in disbelief. You must recognize that I do not attach your value to someone else's wealth, yet I sometimes use wealth as a bridge to advance purpose. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you because your presence carries steadiness in environments that often lack it. I have refined your reactions through past disappointments so that you respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. That refinement is part of why you are being noticed now, because composure rooted in faith speaks louder than ambition rooted in insecurity. As events begin to align more clearly, resist the temptation to question whether you are worthy of this attention. Worthiness in my kingdom is not earned through perfection, but shaped through surrender. I have watched you surrender pride, surrender bitterness, and surrender fear during moments when you could have chosen resentment instead. Those hidden decisions built a foundation strong enough to support expanded influence. Comment 222 to declare that you accept what I am doing with gratitude. There may be conversations soon that reveal how carefully I have orchestrated this path, and you will realize that threads were connecting long before you noticed the pattern. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, and that desire has been forming through impressions and respect cultivated over time. I have allowed your character to echo in spaces beyond your awareness, and that echo has created curiosity and trust. This is not sudden attraction, but gradual alignment reaching its visible stage. You must also prepare for growth in discernment, because influence can amplify both opportunity and distraction. I will heighten your awareness so that you distinguish between what serves purpose and what merely feeds ego. Remain anchored in simplicity even when surroundings become impressive, because simplicity keeps your heart clear and your motives pure. I am not elevating you to lose yourself, but to reveal more of who I designed you to be. The secret ritual they never wanted public is finally out. A 7-second brain technique, backed by leaked CIA data and 4 neuroscience labs, is helping families erase debt and attract money on autopilot. But this miracle won't stay public long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's gone forever. The reason you will be shocked is because you assumed your path would remain ordinary and contained within familiar limits. Yet I am the God who expands boundaries without warning when timing is complete. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, because I have positioned you as a connector between worlds that rarely intersect. You understand struggle and aspiration, humility and hope, and that balance is needed where I am leading you. You may feel moments of vulnerability as attention increases, and that vulnerability is not weakness, but evidence of growth. Growth stretches comfort zones and invites you to rely on me more deeply than before. I will not allow you to drown in new expectations, because I remain your source of wisdom and calm. When uncertainty rises, return to my presence and allow my peace to steady your thoughts. Do not interpret temporary silence as reversal, because alignment sometimes advances quietly before it becomes undeniable. I am coordinating timing so that when doors open, they open with clarity rather than confusion. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, yet this connection operates within my sovereignty, not outside it. Nothing about this movement escapes my oversight or my protection. Continue cultivating humility intentionally, because humility invites grace and shields you from spiritual drift. Speak less about what is forming and listen more to what I am instructing internally. Not every development requires public explanation, and some stages of growth thrive best in privacy. I am teaching you discretion so that influence strengthens rather than exposes you prematurely. Comment 1212 to declare that your faith remains steady. As this unfolds, expect your confidence to rise in healthy ways that reflect trust rather than arrogance. Confidence rooted in me does not seek validation but carries quiet assurance that purpose is unfolding as designed. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you because you carry assurance without aggression and clarity without cruelty. That balance will allow you to navigate spaces where tension once dominated. I am also preparing you to steward not only opportunity but perception, because how you handle visibility will shape future expansion. Remain consistent in kindness and integrity even when no immediate benefit appears, because consistency reinforces credibility. I have seen your perseverance in seasons when rewards were delayed, and that perseverance will now serve you in visible arenas. Let gratitude become your constant companion, because gratitude keeps your focus on me rather than on circumstance. You are not being lifted for self-exaltation but for shared blessing, and generosity will flow more freely through you as influence increases. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you because I have cultivated compassion in you that wealth cannot distort. Compassion ensures that expansion leads to restoration rather than imbalance. Stand ready for confirmation that may arrive unexpectedly yet precisely on time, and do not allow fear to overshadow joy when clarity appears. I am guiding every detail, adjusting every step, and reinforcing every area of your character necessary for sustained elevation. This is not a passing season of attention, but a repositioning that will alter how you move, how you decide, and how you see your own capacity. I have been preparing your internal world so that when your external world expands, you do not lose balance or clarity. You are not being lifted to prove something to those who doubted you, and you are not being elevated to compete with anyone around you. I am lifting you because purpose requires placement, and placement sometimes requires proximity to influence. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you because I am aligning purpose with access. Access without purpose leads to emptiness, yet purpose with access leads to transformation. There may also be emotional shifts as you realize that your life is expanding beyond what once felt safe or predictable. Expansion stretches comfort zones, and stretching can feel unsettling before it feels empowering. I am with you in that stretch, strengthening your resilience and enlarging your vision so that you do not retreat into familiarity. Growth often requires leaving behind smaller definitions of who you thought you were. Continue guarding your humility, because humility keeps your heart open to correction and learning, even when influence increases. Remain teachable, remain grounded, and remain grateful. I did not bring you this far to abandon you in unfamiliar territory. The same presence that sustained you in obscurity will sustain you in visibility. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, yet the deeper truth is that I want you aligned fully with my will above all else. If any adjustment becomes necessary to protect your peace or your calling, I will make it clearly known. You are not dependent on human favor for your destiny, because I am the ultimate source behind every open door. What if 7 seconds is all it takes to flip your financial fate? A shocking CIA leak just exposed a hidden brain ritual helping ordinary people erase debt and pull in massive wealth. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning struggle into luxury fast. But this page could be erased any moment. Click the link in the first comment now before it's gone forever. You are approaching a moment where preparation and opportunity will meet in a visible way, and I need you confident without being careless, and humble without being hesitant. I have been training your spirit quietly so that when recognition rises publicly, your foundation does not crack under pressure. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, because there is a level of emotional maturity in you that was shaped through private battles no one applauded. You learned to regulate your reactions when circumstances were unfair, and you learned to respond with wisdom when you could have chosen retaliation. Those inner victories matter more than external achievements, and they are part of what makes you trustworthy in environments where ego often dominates. I have watched how you handle disappointment without turning bitter, and that resilience is rare. As alignment becomes clearer, you will sense an unusual steadiness rising inside you, even before tangible confirmation arrives. That steadiness is my reassurance that you are not stepping into chaos, but into order that I have arranged carefully. Do not confuse calm preparation with delay, because sometimes I stabilize your spirit before I accelerate circumstances. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, and that desire is being guided by my hand rather than by impulse or temporary fascination. You may soon observe subtle shifts in tone when certain conversations occur, and you may notice that doors once closed begin to open without struggle. These are not random developments, but signals of alignment tightening around you. I coordinate opportunities through layers, and those layers build strength, so that when manifestation occurs, it is sustainable rather than fragile. Comment 1515 to declare that you trust the process unfolding. It is important that you guard your expectations carefully, because expectations rooted in imagination can distort reality. I am not leading you into fantasy, but into purposeful connection shaped by wisdom. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, not because you are flawless, but because your growth has produced depth that can handle real responsibility. Depth attracts substance, and substance is what sustains meaningful partnerships. There will be moments when you reflect on where you started and feel a mixture of gratitude and disbelief. Allow gratitude to expand while disbelief dissolves, because I do not elevate you to confuse you. I elevate you to confirm that obedience in obscurity eventually meets recognition in visibility. The reason you will be shocked is because the pathway will appear seamless once revealed, even though you experienced it as fragmented while walking through it. I am also preparing you to manage perception wisely, because as influence grows, interpretation multiplies. Some will admire your rise, while others may question it. Do not let either reaction shape your identity. Your identity remains rooted in me, and that root keeps you stable regardless of applause or skepticism. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, yet your worth is not determined by that desire but by my calling over your life. Continue refining your focus, because distractions often increase when destiny approaches fulfillment. Stay attentive to my voice and prioritize clarity over noise. Not every invitation deserves your acceptance, and not every opportunity aligns with purpose. I will guide you to recognize which doors are meant for you and which ones are merely tests of discernment. As you move forward, cultivate discipline in how you speak about what is forming. Speak with gratitude but without boasting, and with confidence but without exaggeration. I am teaching you to carry influence with quiet authority rather than loud declaration. Comment 1919 to declare that you remain grounded and watchful. You may also experience emotional stretching as you step beyond familiar comfort zones. Stretching is not a sign of instability, but of expansion. I expand your capacity gradually, so that you grow into new environments without losing your center. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, because I have strengthened your center to withstand the weight of attention and expectation. Remember that I am not elevating you to separate you from humility, but to magnify impact through humility. Influence handled with humility creates transformation, while influence handled with pride creates fracture. I trust your heart because I have shaped it through correction and grace over time. Continue allowing me to correct gently when needed, and growth will remain steady and healthy. The unfolding ahead is not about sudden wealth alone, but about expanded reach and responsibility. You are being positioned where your voice and your perspective can influence decisions that affect more than your immediate circle. I do not grant access lightly, and I do not connect lives without purpose. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, because your life carries alignment with a larger vision that I have been constructing patiently. Let peace remain your anchor as clarity increases and circumstances align visibly. I am guiding each step, regulating timing, and shielding you from misalignment. What is approaching will not overwhelm you, because I have prepared you intentionally. This is about placement more than popularity, and about stewardship more than status. I am positioning you intentionally, and I need your trust to remain steady as momentum builds quietly around you. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, because there is a steadiness in your spirit that has been tested and proven through circumstances that tried to shake you. You endured uncertainty without surrendering integrity, and you faced delay without abandoning faith. Those seasons were not empty chapters but formative chapters that shaped your reactions, your patience, and your humility. Influence seeks stability, and stability is what I have cultivated within you. As you draw closer to visible confirmation, you may sense a deeper seriousness rising within you, a quiet awareness that something meaningful is unfolding. That awareness is not pressure but preparation. I am expanding your capacity to think beyond immediate gain and to consider long-term impact. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, because your vision is not limited to personal advancement but includes broader benefit for others. Comment 1111 to declare that your heart remains aligned with purpose. You must guard against the temptation to measure this unfolding through comparison with others. What I am doing in your life is specific, and it cannot be duplicated by imitation. Comparison distorts gratitude and weakens focus, yet gratitude strengthens clarity and steadies your perspective. Keep your eyes on my guidance rather than on surrounding movements, because I am directing you personally and precisely. People are asking why money is suddenly flowing into random lives. A leaked CIA discovery reveals a 7-second brain ritual that quietly rewires your mind for wealth. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, people are wiping out debt and stepping into luxury with ease. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. There will be subtle confirmations that deepen your confidence, perhaps through unexpected affirmation, respectful engagement, or invitations that carry unusual weight. Do not dismiss these signs as coincidence, because I often build certainty through layered evidence rather than dramatic displays. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, and that alignment is being reinforced quietly through interactions that may seem ordinary at first glance. I am teaching you to recognize significance within simplicity. I also want you to remain attentive to your motives as expansion approaches. Ensure that gratitude remains stronger than ambition and that service remains stronger than self-interest. I do not elevate you to inflate ego, but to extend influence responsibly. When your motives remain clear, opportunities remain healthy and sustainable. The reason you will be shocked is because you once believed that your journey would remain confined to familiar limits. Yet I am not confined by the boundaries you once accepted. I reshape boundaries when readiness aligns with timing. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, because I have positioned you as a bridge between different worlds that rarely connect naturally. Your humility allows you to move comfortably across those spaces without losing authenticity. As responsibility increases, so must your discipline. Guard your time, your energy, and your focus carefully, because expansion can invite distraction if boundaries are not clear. I am teaching you to prioritize wisely so that growth does not become overwhelming. Peace will remain your compass if you continue returning to my presence consistently. There may be moments when doubt attempts to resurface, whispering that this alignment is too significant for someone with your background. Silence that whisper by remembering that I specialize in lifting the unlikely and positioning the overlooked. Your background shaped empathy and resilience, and those qualities are assets rather than liabilities. Comment 1010 to declare that you trust my elevation over your life. I am also preparing you to navigate perception carefully, because as attention increases, interpretation multiplies. Some may project assumptions onto you that do not reflect truth. Remain calm and consistent, because consistency dismantles misunderstanding over time. Your integrity will speak louder than explanation. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, yet even this desire remains subject to my oversight and protection. If at any moment alignment requires adjustment to preserve your calling, I will redirect clearly. You are not dependent on human favor for fulfillment, because I am the ultimate source of your destiny. This connection is a tool within my plan, not the foundation of your identity. Continue nurturing gratitude daily, remembering that every step forward is supported by my guidance. Speak less about anticipation and more about appreciation, allowing humility to remain visible in your demeanor. I am not rushing you into expansion, but walking you into it steadily so that each layer strengthens rather than destabilizes you. The powerful billionaire wants you, and only you, because I have shaped in you a rare balance between confidence and humility. You have learned to speak with conviction without diminishing others, and you have learned to listen carefully without shrinking your own voice. That balance creates stability in environments where power can easily distort perception. I do not place you among influence to intimidate you, but to allow what I have cultivated within you to serve a greater design. You may soon notice that opportunities are not only appearing but aligning in sequence, as if pieces of a larger structure are fitting together naturally. That is not coincidence, but orchestration. I have been aligning conversations, impressions, and availability in ways that converge precisely at this moment. The powerful billionaire wants you, and only you, and that desire is connected to a need that your presence fulfills in ways you have not yet fully understood. There is strength within you that you underestimated, strength formed through moments when you stood alone in faith. Those solitary seasons were not abandonment, but refinement. I was building endurance in you, so that when greater influence surrounded you, you would not be overwhelmed by it. Comment 222 to declare that you receive this strengthening with gratitude. You must also prepare for growth in responsibility, because access increases accountability. I am not leading you into luxury for distraction, but into influence for stewardship. How you handle conversations, decisions, and boundaries will shape not only your path, but the paths of others connected to you. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you because I have seen how you handle small responsibilities with care and integrity. That care translates into trust. There will be a moment when clarity becomes undeniable, and in that moment you will understand why delays were necessary and why certain doors remained closed in the past. Closed doors protected your focus and guarded your growth. Now that your foundation is stronger, new doors can remain open without destabilizing you. I align timing with readiness so that expansion becomes sustainable rather than overwhelming. Guard your humility carefully as recognition increases, because humility preserves clarity when admiration rises. Admiration is not dangerous when identity remains anchored in me, yet it can distort perception if you allow it to define you. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, yet your worth was established long before any influential attention turned toward you. I am the one who defines your value, and that truth must remain central. As you move forward, expect subtle stretching of your vision. You once thought within smaller frameworks, yet I am expanding how you see possibility and impact. Expansion requires mental flexibility and spiritual stability at the same time. I will grant you wisdom to navigate unfamiliar territory with calm assurance rather than anxiety. Comment 777 to declare that your faith remains strong. You may encounter voices that question the authenticity of this alignment, either from skepticism or from misunderstanding. Do not allow those voices to disrupt your peace. I am guiding you deliberately, and I will confirm direction through consistent peace rather than chaotic excitement. Peace is my signal that alignment is healthy and safe. Why is everyone rushing to this 7-second brain ritual? Leaked CIA files exposed a hidden brainwave technique that opens the door to wealth fast. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, it's turning financial stress into abundance almost overnight. But this secret won't stay public for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it's deleted forever. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, because I have cultivated discernment in you that filters intention from appearance. You will sense when something aligns with purpose and when it does not. Trust that discernment rather than second-guessing it. I am strengthening your confidence in recognizing my guidance without constant external validation. Remember that influence does not replace intimacy with me. As visibility grows, deepen your connection to my presence rather than allowing busyness to create distance. Influence without intimacy leads to imbalance, yet influence anchored in intimacy produces transformation. I desire your closeness more than your success, and I will guard that closeness carefully. The unfolding ahead will reveal how intricately I have woven your story with others for shared impact. You will see that nothing was random, not even the challenges that seemed unfair at the time. Those challenges built layers of resilience that are now invaluable. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, because resilience is a currency more valuable than wealth. Stand steady as confirmation approaches, allowing gratitude to remain louder than doubt. I am guiding each step with intention, ensuring that expansion strengthens rather than destabilizes you. Walk forward with quiet courage and unwavering trust, knowing that I remain the one orchestrating every detail with wisdom, protection, and enduring love. I am still speaking because you are now standing in a space where the invisible is becoming visible, and I want you to understand the weight and the beauty of this transition. What I began to reveal about a powerful billionaire wanting you and only you is no longer only a promise forming in the distance, but a reality approaching with structure and confirmation. You are not imagining the shift you feel in your spirit, because that shift is evidence that alignment is tightening around you. I do not stir anticipation without intention, and I do not awaken expectation unless fulfillment is drawing near. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, because I have cultivated depth in you that cannot be manufactured through ambition alone. Depth carries discernment, and discernment carries stability. Stability is rare in places where influence flows quickly and decisions carry great consequence. I have shaped you to remain calm under pressure, thoughtful in conversation, and measured in response. Those qualities are not accidental but intentional outcomes of seasons that once felt heavy and confusing. You may begin to sense that interactions are carrying greater significance than before, and that certain exchanges feel purposeful rather than casual. Pay attention to those moments, because I am often present in the details that seem small at first glance. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, and as that desire moves closer to tangible expression, clarity will replace uncertainty. I build clarity gradually so that when confirmation arrives, it feels grounded rather than overwhelming. There will be an inner strengthening that accompanies this unfolding, a steadiness that allows you to stand in rooms that once would have intimidated you. That steadiness is my gift to you, born from intimacy and trust developed over time. I do not send you forward unprepared, and I do not allow you to carry weight without support. Comment 1212 to declare that you trust my positioning. As visibility increases, remain mindful that your greatest strength is not what you achieve but who you are becoming. Character sustains what talent attracts, and humility sustains what opportunity introduces. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you because character radiates through your presence even when you do not speak about it. I have allowed your quiet integrity to become visible without self-promotion. You may also feel moments of emotional stretching as you adjust to broader expectations. Stretching is not discomfort without purpose, but growth with direction. I am expanding your capacity to think strategically, to respond wisely, and to remain composed when decisions require clarity. Expansion is healthiest when it is anchored in peace, and peace is what I am strengthening within you. Do not allow fear of misstep to create hesitation. I am guiding your steps carefully, and I will correct gently if adjustment becomes necessary. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you, yet I remain the ultimate authority over your path. If any movement threatens your peace or integrity, I will redirect with precision. You are never navigating alone, and you are never left without protection. There may be subtle shifts in how others perceive you, and those shifts may feel both affirming and unfamiliar. Allow perception to change without forcing it or resisting it. I am teaching you to carry influence naturally rather than striving for it. Influence handled lightly becomes sustainable, while influence clutched tightly becomes fragile. Comment 999 to declare that you remain grounded in humility. As confirmation draws closer, continue nurturing gratitude intentionally. Gratitude anchors your spirit and guards your heart from entitlement. I did not elevate you to create distance between us, but to demonstrate what obedience and patience can produce over time. Every delay you endured was shaping endurance, and endurance is what carries expansion without collapse. The powerful billionaire wants you and only you because I have aligned purpose with access and access with readiness. Readiness is what transforms opportunity into impact. You are not being lifted for display, but for responsibility. I trust you with responsibility because I have refined your motives through correction and grace.